What up out there? Gonna wait a few minutes, let some people get to the chat, you know, and we're gonna talk about this election and some of the fallout that's happening from this election. Y'all know me. This stuff is it's delicious to me, man. This stuff is it's delicious to me, man. You know, it is freaking awesome. You know, so let's talk about it. Let's rock out on this one. You know, we try to keep it clean so I can keep this one up. Because I want to do some more of these live streams from the car, you know. So we'll give it a few, and we'll get it popping. So if you're in the chat, let me know. Let me know you're in there. Let me know where you're from. Because I'd like to get an idea of who's watching, you know, on the trip home. So hey, check it out. I got my Cash App up there. It's $, Royce J. So if you like to drop something in the pot, or if you like me to do a video on a specific subject, you can hit me up in the Cash App and let me know what you want to talk about. Drop a 10 spot in there, and I'll rock out on a subject. Unless it's just too controversial, you know, then I'm gonna send your money back. But you know, if you want me to talk about something specific, I will. Alright, that being said, I ain't finna be going into all this the pro-blicky shit too hard, because y'all know where I stand on that. Damn, man, I didn't mess that up. I didn't mess that up, but I don't go into the pro-blicky business or into the alphabet conglomerate too much, because, you know, that gets the channel shut down. You know, they get real sensitive in their fields and stuff. And now that they're trying to get their nice slave master, you know, in office, they're real animated and militant with that. So I ain't trying to deal with a whole lot of nonsense from them, you know, on that piece, you know. I ain't, you know, I ain't trying to be starting up new channels and stuff, you know, dealing with them clowns, man. You know. But guess what? I'm gonna put up some stuff on Anchor, because I got an Anchor channel too. It's Mr. Royce J. So y'all slide on over to Anchor, sign up for my Anchor channel as well. I'll probably set up a Patreon. I'll probably set up OnlyFans down the line as well. But I'm gonna really start digging into, you know, content creating, because you know, it's like therapy for me, man. It's, I be needing therapy. Because I deal with stuff on a daily basis where I be like, what whiskey tango frank? Oh! I had to get that stuff off my chest. Y'all be getting on my nerves. Man. Boy, y'all be on. And the peoples be working my nerves, man. Especially the Wakandans, man. The Wakandans be working my nerves. With the Vikings, it is what it is. With the Vikings and the Romans, it is what it is. I ain't fans of them either. But the Wakandans been on one lately, man. It's like, really? Oh, you gotta fall back with that nonsense. Anyway, I got one in the chat. Who that is in the chat? Who that is? Who that is in the chat? Who that is? Who that is? As they say down south, in places like Georgia and Tennessee, who that is? Anyway, so, all right, let me get this cracking. Well, the presidential election is over. The primary is over. And the media jumped out the window and announced Biden to be the winner of the 2020 presidential election, which means that a 47-year career Dixiecrat supposedly, according to the media, won the presidency, wrestled the presidency from the current sitting POTUS, who was Donald J. Trump. And certain states that were traditionally red were said to have been flipped blue for the president. The problem with that is that those states' legislatures at the state and the national level didn't flip blue. That's a pattern. That's a pattern in voting. So, initially, President Trump and Joe Biden were running neck and neck. And then, in the wee hours of the morning, an influx of votes came into places like Nevada, Michigan, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and there were a bunch of votes, mail-in ballots, that were all allegedly for Joe Biden. Well, DJ Trump called foul and made allegations of voter fraud. And come Monday morning, come yesterday, he started filing his court proceedings. And, the state of Pennsylvania was initially called for Biden, but now that has been rescinded. And now the real fight for the presidency, the real fight of the election, presidential election 2020, has begun. Can y'all hear me? So, the real fight has begun. In the meantime, you got the Wakandans celebrating. You got white feminists celebrating. You got the alphabet conglomerate celebrating. And you got the Mama Nims. The Wakandans and the Mama Nims are celebrating too. And there are quite a few headlines where the mom and thems say that they turned the tide of the election, that they ousted President Donald J. Trump. Despite being part of a demographic that is only 13% of the U.S. population, it was them that got rid of Orange Man Batman. You know, that's what that's what they call him, Orange Man Batman, Orange Man Batman. You know, they're patting themselves on the back, beating their chest, talking about they have deposed Donald J. Trump. So, you know, funny thing is, Eva Longoria got on. She got on some media outlet and said that it was Latina women, that it was the senoritas that got rid of Donald J. Trump. So, you know, that didn't sit well with the Dora Milaje, you know. So now, you know, there's some infighting, you know, Aunt Maxine and you know, Big Brittany and them, you know, and you know, what's that old bald head chick, that Sanders chick, you know, little you know, old Simone Sanders, you know, they say, you know, they don't take too kind to Eva Longoria saying that the senoritas turned the tide and got out DJ Trump. You know, and of course the alphabet conglomerate is saying that they got him out as well. You know, but ain't nobody gonna touch the conglomerate because that's a mafia. You know, that's like the outfit. You know, so ain't nobody gonna really touch that. The thing is that a couple of things. This election hasn't been decided. So we don't know who is the president-elect. We don't know if DJ Trump is still champ. We don't know if Joe Biden is the usurper. With the allegations of voter fraud, this is going to have to be looked at eventually by the Supreme Court. You know, depending on how the legal proceedings go. So, you know, right now, as it stands, DJ Trump is still officially president because the election hasn't been called. So, if y'all lose, who's going to take credit for that, huh? Who's going to take credit for that? That's what I want to see. You know, secondly, what if DJ Trump gets into office? I mean, what if Creepy Joe gets into office, Jim Crow Joe, he sends the taxes through the roof, you know, and he installs a whole lot of the conglomerates' crazy policies, and you know, they rejoin the Paris Accord, which was lousy. They put NAFTA on steroids, and they come up with the revamped 2020 crime bill, which really starts sending you Wakandans to prison. Who's gonna take the blame for that? Who's gonna take the blame for that? Because already they not in office, and him and the AKA are both talking about how the conglomerates policy that's going to be strengthened and pushed hard. So who's going to take credit? Who's going to take the blame for that? Who's going to hold that L? Because guess what? If Joe Biden and Kamala Harris get in, you can kiss the contract with Black America. You can kiss the Platinum Plan goodbye. That's going to be an afterthought. That's going to be, you might as well pick a soup for that, because that's going to get buried. So who's going to take that L? They've already told y'all that defunding the police is a stupid idea. They've already told y'all that. And I told y'all that was a stupid idea. And if they said it, they're not really going to be pushing legislation to defund the police, So that's going to piss off all the socialists and the, a lot of the, a lot of the activist groups that are pushing for that. Like, y'all know who. So, bussy legislation matters. They're not going to be happy with that. The anti-fascists are going to be upset because that's what they wanted. And dealing with them, going forward, the Democrats have opened up Pandora's box dealing with them, because they're not going to be like the dudes from Occupy Wall Street and the other groups that politically were used as political sabotage groups and were used as basically political weapons of war for psychological operations and stuff. They were, in the past, the respective parties would pay those guys off with legislation, jobs, and so forth and so on. All them Occupy Wall Street dudes are sitting somewhere in corporate jobs being quiet as church mouses, unless they, flip to another group because they are professional activists, they're corporate activists, So, but they got paid off. The anti-fascists are a different animal because they want to burn everything down. They're not going to be happy until they destroy the U.S. infrastructure on all levels. That's their end goal. So, it's going to be interesting to see how the Democrats deal with their rabid dog. Not only that, they got some stuff that they want that they're getting it in increments in places like California, which has dropped which has changed like the standards for pedophilia relationships and stuff. And in Oregon, they're decriminalizing hard drugs like heroin, cocaine, and psychedelics. That's not going to be enough for that group. You know, they want anarchy, you know. And that's even different than what the socialists want. The socialists, they want socialism. They think that the U.S. can be like the places in Europe, like the Netherlands and, you know, Norway and stuff like that. They think that they want that kind of socialism in the U.S., but don't really have a plan to pay for it other than by taxing people and corporations. And, you know, American public is already taxed enough. Businesses left under NAFTA because of taxes and stuff. They find, you know, they seen that it was cheaper. General racial makeup, they can blend into the regular population. All right, this doggone Streamlabs decided to, you know, get an attitude with me and something. I don't know if it was something I said or the area I just passed through, you know, signal got bad or something. But Streamlabs, you know, pretty much just Rick James me. Just hit me with the Rick James on the couch maneuver. So you know what? I think I'm gonna end this stream. I'll probably come back with something a little bit later on. It depends on what I gotta do, but I want to try out the Streamlabs stuff, get familiar with it, and I gotta really figure out my other platform too, so I can live stream from that. Anyway, this is Mr. Royce Media, Mr. Royce J of Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Send me an email at mrroycej88@gmail.com. You know, drop something in the Cash app if you feel so inclined. And you know, I explained what y'all need to do with that earlier. Anyway, this is Mr. Royce J of Royce Media, and I'm out.